Yo, it's the one on the Casbah Marquise, and we're back with another origin story. And this one is actually a funny story. I only can tell it now because again, we we've been, what I'm saying, throwing punches. Now we coming with them body shots now on how this thing really works and explaining also who I am and the things that I experience. So without no further ado, here we go. So I explained to y'all that in the previous interview, especially the self destruction video, basically how I got into, you know, uh, basically being certain people's handlers. Okay. Now, this particular person, they came from another place and everything else, but the person that I was a handler for, and I need y'all to follow me on this. So the person that I'm talking about, and I'm not gonna name her or him, you know what I'm saying, which I dealt with him. He's from a place in the middle of the United States originally, okay? But the guy in the middle of the United States, he was trying to work with him, but he just that wasn't his vice. He sold cars, okay? But he got his music career initially rolling, okay? But he made a call to another guy who I mentioned in the last video, Mac, and was like, I need a favor. Everything was good. Mac vouched for me and everything. And that's how I became the entertainer guy, singer guy, his handle. Okay, cool. So now that we got that out the way, excuse me. Uh we now can go into what happened at at this stage of it. Now, here's something that y'all don't know about these celebrity couples. It is so extremely rare that these people actually genuinely know each other. I mean, like, you know, may have toured and stuff like that together maybe back in the day and when they were starting to break or something like that, maybe. But 90% of the time it's literally an agency thing. Like, her agent will, or management company will, get on the phone with another management company that has a commodity, you know what I'm saying, aka a person that they're doing the same thing with, but they might be like, for this instance, this guy was a just excuse me, rising male singer. The girl, she was rising model, okay, but she's tied to a management company. Now, their management companies, they have two management companies. They have a global or national management company that's well known on paper, and then they have the management company that's you know what I'm saying, that's really pushing the wheel along, you know what I'm saying, like, we're there when the S flies, okay. The other management company, they're there to, you know what I'm saying, for the branding and make it sound good, but it does open up doors to you until the national management company says, you know what, we're going to buy out, you know, the management company, because they're like, you know what, this person done made a name and everything else. We're going to take them to the next level, which is cool with the first management company that's, you know what I'm saying, that's doing all the real heavy lifting, because they like, look, y'all cutting that legal tender. You know what I'm saying? and there's no questions asked and everything else. And we're not trying to shortstop anybody. So hey, it all works, right? But sometimes, in America, you have to sell it. It's not just your musical career that's really making you that's really getting you where you need to be. It's a whole brand, from what you wear, what you do on Sundays, Saturdays, whether it's charity or whatever, what I'm saying, or keeping it in the hood or giving money out, whatever. Or sometimes, in this case, who you date, what I mean? So it was a good look for her to go with him, and they came like a couple, you know what I'm saying? Now, we set it up, and, both global management companies, or I should say national management companies, they thought it was a good idea. And then we talked, where I sat down with her management company, and I'm representing my homie's, friend, who basically I'm working really for him now, his management company. And, it was like, oh, okay, so she's really signing out. Okay, what's up? All right. Hey, man, um, we ain't pimps, neither one of us, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we just go, what I'm saying, like promote. I mean, it would be a good look, but we're going to promote that, what I'm saying? Just stick with it, at least for show. And then, let's just see what happens or whatever. Now, another rare thing is that this actually, these people actually hit it off or whatever. So they actually hit it off. Okay. So they hit it off. We set up like a date and everything else. And it's so like, I'm telling you, it's so fake because, there's photographers there that's already at the restaurant, and they're taking pictures and everything else, and capturing the moment and everything. And the person who I was assigned was he spent the majority of his life kind of like being an outcast. So he's kind of like not weird, but he's socially awkward. You know what I'm saying? She's also the same thing. They both really are the same people, you know what I'm saying? Just male and female version of the same person. Like, he had somebody discover him when he was just like, a nerd, and nobody knew that, not to play him or anything, but like nobody knew who he was. You know what I mean? They're like, oh yeah, that dude, yeah, he can sing. But he didn't run with no crews, he wasn't part of no gangs, he wasn't a part of no street life, anything else, just a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? How they say, a regular degler, you know what I mean? Her, same exact thing. Her mom's, what I'm saying, kind of had like a little bit of like church buzz or whatever in like the 80s or whatever. But she just was a beautiful young lady. So it what I mean. So she got into modeling. You know what I mean. So they sat down, and they sit down. He's awkward. He's like, hey, how you doing? She's like, I'm fine. She's like, are you nervous? He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm nervous too. You know what I mean? So, they're sitting down and everything, but after a while they kind of loosen up, and they actually genuinely start to like each other. They of course go to from, talking about us, and like, do you understand this? And like, yeah, I don't understand that, and blah blah blah. So they actually really start liking each other. So everything's going great. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's making money too. I mean, she's, they going on trips and everything else. They're at an event. He pops up at her event. She pops up and everything. The stuff that sells tabloid media, right? Everything's going fine. I'm not even really working with them a lot. I'm like, okay, well, it's autopilot. Y'all got it from here. You don't really need a handler. He already knows what's going on. And I'm gonna tell you what's so even crazy about it, right? So another fun fact about this. So let's just say security. All right. And this plays a lot into this story too. So pay attention. So remember how I told you the national management company, like I'll give you a name, like Rock Nation. You know what I mean? Not that this was anything to do with Rock Nation, but I'm just using that for name purposes. Rock Nation Management or whatever, right? So Rock Nation is like, the national management, global management company. Everybody knows Rock Nation, right? But what people don't know is that Rock Nation, in this pretense, is not protecting the artists like that when it comes down to security. They like, yeah, that's our asset, but we're gonna send like one security guard. One. And then he doesn't even work the whole night. But that's Rock Nation security guard, right? Meanwhile, the management is sending a team, you know what I'm saying? 3-4 people. We're on the phone calling, hey, what club y'all supposed to go to? Hey, yeah, let's talk to the manager. Hey, go ahead out there. You know what I'm saying? And meet with his guy. I'm gonna talk boss to boss, but then you talk to his underboss, and y'all make sure nothing happens because hey, I don't want nobody messing up my asset. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And we don't need this. You know what I mean? They're just gonna keep it business. There's gonna be positive promotion. Like these are how these phone calls is going. Okay. Seems like no, not a problem. So then, as the story fucking goddamn going thickens. All right, sorry about that. So as the story thickens, I should not name this state, but I'm gonna say that we was in the Midwest. Um, so we in the Midwest. Well, I swear, Vince McMahon resigns and the natives are restless. So we out in the Midwest, right? Or I should say they are out in the Midwest, right? And they had an event and they decide, you know what? Like, we should go out. Like let's go out. Let's do something tonight. You know what I mean? Now this is spontaneous. This hasn't been planned anything. So both management companies, or the 4 management companies, don't know nothing about this. This is completely spontaneous last minute. So he's like, yeah, babe, let's go out. They say that there's this club that's here, why don't we just go out, get a booth, you know what I'm saying? Have a good time. Okay. So instantly, of course, the management company, they're like, all right, that's cool. Now, here's the thing. And this typically was what they call a respectable trade-off. Very rarely, because they've been dealing with each other at this point for so long, that we always send both both securities at the same time. So it's kind of like, all right, well, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine. When she's over there, hey, his management company, you know what I'm saying, is responsible. You know what I'm saying, for her and him, and vice versa. If he's over there, type situation. So everything's really falling on his management company. But as you know, like I just told you, the big management company, you know what I'm saying? Not the, but the big management company, they barely send security, everything else. They don't know about these clubs. They just hire, some dude that, should look like Brock Lesnar, but come to find out he's looking like John Cena. He's like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's security? Like, they'll just brush past him, you know what I mean? But, it's crazy. So they decided to go out. So, of course, they had to tell somebody. So they tell, his who's with him all the time, and we gonna go out. They're like, all right, well, let's make sure everything is good first. So they sent some people already there, like, hey, look, hey y'all, we just trying to show love to y'all city or whatever. We got an artist in there. He ain't come to perform or nothing like that. He just, on a date, everything else. So they talk to the manager of this club. Okay. Management company talking to the manager of the club, who really owns the club, who just so happened to be a former street dude. But he's thinking it like, oh, okay, cool. Hey, I know how this is. Free game. Hey, you know what? Whatever they drink or whatever they buy, we'll split the bill. I'll pay half out of my own stock. I'm giving them half off everything. Okay, cool. No problem. So they go post up, everything else. Couple comes in there, they get a section. Everything's fine, right? Then all of a sudden, everything's not fine. Everything becomes competition. Because remember how I said the manager at a club usually has like an underboss? Well, this guy didn't have what you would call an underboss. But there was a guy who he wasn't a part of his street organization at all. Like they had two different things came in the game, two different times or whatever. But this guy is kind of like actively running the streets, and he's using this guy's club just as a place to, kick it and chill. But in the street guy's mind, this my club, you know what I'm saying? I'd say who comes and goes and everything else. I mean, I got respect for OG, but this my club, you know what I'm saying? This is where I get, the parties and everything else, my crew, hey, that's my jump. Delusion. So he comes to the club. Now, this part is a little fuzzy, but this is from the general consensus that I heard from basically everybody was there, because I was asleep during this time. They woke me up, all right, after the fact, but you'll see why. So, from what was told to me, everybody and I got the story from both sides, by the way. Everybody was chilling. Dude is bouquet stuff, like on this couch right here. Just imagine two people. This is VIP, and they over there chilling. The bar is like over here somewhere. So naturally, dude goes over to the bar. Leaves Shorty, even though she's there with security, security's kind of loose because we ain't, cluttering them, but it's like whatever. It's VIP, right? So Mr. I run everything because this is really my club because I'm in the streets right now. We're gonna call him Lieutenant. Lieutenant comes over like, dang, boy, that thing is nice. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, how you doing, girl? Woo, woo, woo. Everything, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah, no, I'm having a good time. No, I'm just gonna stay here. She's like, oh, okay. Because he kind of, he gotta, make it look like he ain't thirsty. He gotta play it off, right? So he goes to his section. Guy comes back, you know what I'm saying? My music guy, you know what I'm saying? R&B vocalist guy comes back and chills with his girl, model chick. Just making sure y'all keeping up with the story. Comes back with the drinks. They chilling. He like, dang, girl. He's like, all right, yeah, here you go. Hey, what's up with old boy? Oh, no, it's just, some guy, whatever. Oh, okay, cool. So by the time Lieutenant gets back to his section and kind of get his guys figured out and everything else, he kind of like, wandered off, looked at everybody else in the club. So then he looks back at this section and see this guy there. He's like, oh, okay. Dang, I did see him when I came over there. You know what I'm saying? Dang, okay. So that must be one of his dubs. You know what I'm saying? But shoot, it's cool. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send him a bottle over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send him a bottle, and he gonna send me a bottle, and then you know what I'm saying. That's how we gonna do it. That's how she can come over here because the bottle is really for him, and what he's supposed to do in return for this bottle is send over the chick. You see what I'm saying? And this gonna be how we communicate. Now I know for a lot of y'all gonna be like, "What? Like, how could he think that?" But in some cases or incidences, that does work like that. Like, this is why in some places you have bottles and bottle services that cost five, that be up there. You know what I'm saying? It's in club culture, expensive executive club culture, where that's kind of like a release fee. So if I'm in the club and let's just say I got a chick I came with, right? But I don't really know her from a can of paint. We just somehow know each other. You know what I mean? She's not my girl. She's not my wife. She's just some chick that came with. You know what I'm saying? A dude might be over there. He might be like, dang, you know what? I kind of like Shorty. I want to see what's up with her for the night. But he's out of respect, sees that she's with me. He might send over a bottle, right? And let's just say, I'm just using this as an example. Let's just say it's Cristal, okay? Now, I'm going to inflate the price of Cristal to meet the narrative of this, but let's just say a bottle of Cristal is $2,000, okay? Or $2,200, right? That's kind of a release fee for me, okay? If I keep the bottle, that means that I'm sending the girl. If I send over another bottle, that means that I'm basically returning your release fee in bottles. So it's like a cryptic coded message that everybody who's in the game, you know what I'm saying, naturally knows. But this ain't the case. These is two duds. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just R&B and model chick guy. They're very sheltered. So they don't know about none of how this works. You know what I'm saying? Every place that they go, ain't nobody, everybody already knows that ain't nothing happening over here. Don't send no bottles, this, that, and the third. We're paying the tab. The bar or it's the tab is free. This is it. But this is, this is different. So the couple over here gets this bottle service, right? They like, okay, oh, all right. Oh man, he sent over a bottle. Okay. So they respectfully see the bottle, start drinking, he start pouring and everything else, right? But he ain't sent over the girl. So now Lieutenant over here is drinking. And he's hot. Because all of a sudden, he really, 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 really wants this girl. By happenstance, you got security over here, security over here in this section. Sometimes, even though it rarely happens, but sometimes if you're in a strange place, you need to know, you know what I'm saying, the temperature of the land. So security start talking. This is how I got a call. Lieutenant over here talking crazy. Like, man, I'll go over there and smack this and that and take that dang girl. Like, who he ain't even had the decency to send back a bottle or none of this. Woo, like he is hot. So R&B dude security finds out, which is I'm with them, you know what I'm saying, but I'm at the hotel because I'm his handler, but like my job is done for the day. But as a handler, technically you always on call. especially for moments like these. So security calls me like, yo, hey bro, what's up, man? Hey Cass, man, we Castball, man, we make our situation down here, man. I don't know who do this. You know, remember we told you, you know what I'm saying, we were supposed to be at the club, you know what I'm saying? That they just had you want to go to the club, man. See, that's what I'm talking about, bro. But yeah, all right, cool, yeah, because we might need you to come down here, you know, straighten this out. All right, cool, click. Now I gotta get up out the hotel, da 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 da. So I get down there ASAP. Boom. Okay, come in, pay the dude, you know, the doorman, everything else. I get in the club. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I did do was cover my bases. On the way to the club, I'm coming from the hotel. On the way to the club, I called the guy who I'm basically representing him. You know what I'm saying? That hired me to be R&B dude's handler. I called him and was like, "Yo, I don't want you to get alarmed, but I need you to go ahead and have some people come my way, just in case. We in the Midwest, and where we was at in the Midwest, it's like we got love here, and we're kind of known here. But as you know, them people from over there, but you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, you need to go ahead and put them on the road. If they need to turn around, cool. False alarm. But this is one of them situations where you gonna love the fact that you ate the soft false alarm price, right? Versus it gets sticky and you feel what I'm saying? So he's like, Cass don't call me like this for just any random situation. Like he ain't scared at all. His heart don't pump Kool-Aid. This must be a real situation. Hey, say less. Click. Boom. 3 SUVs full of, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about elite. He ain't sending Rumble Tumble Johnny and Pookie and you know Trayvon. No, he's sending ex-military, just got back from Iraq, you know what I'm saying? The A team, you know what I'm saying? Like these the dudes, if Armageddon pop off today, you want this as your private security, okay? He's sending them dudes because we keep them dudes on speed dial and keep them happy because they got to recruit some other dudes who might not be happy with not only the United States military services, but hey, you might can treat you better than the military. I mean, what the fuck? You know what I mean? You getting out. You know what I mean? So they already en route. But they're like 5 hours. Well, technically, yeah, about 6-7 hours away. You know what I mean? Actually, yeah, about 8 hours. Eight and a half, but they speeding. So yeah. Let's just say, for argument's sake, 7.5 hours away. All right, they gone. So I get to the club. Sip the dude, blah, 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 everything else. And I see the situation. I go over to them. They over there, you know, kind of now they even feeling the energy and that's coming from over there is bad, but they like, is it even safe to leave? Like, what I'm like, oh, I was like, what's up? What's going on? Hey, they're like, oh man, you here. Thank you so much. I was like, oh man, y'all scared now. My job is never have them in a dangerous situation or feel like they're intimidated or scared, because that's gonna mess up the money. So I told them, hey, no, everything good. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna take care of the situation. Hey, give them another drink. Give them another round. All right, bet. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna talk to the old boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna think I was. You know what I mean? But I give all of the security guys the eye, like they like, so they know. All right, start tightening up. You know what I mean? After we ordered that last drink, but we need to start paying tabs. Anybody got to go to the bathroom? Everything else, we need to be in unison because we might have to move real quick. So I go over there. I'm like, hey, what's good, bro? You know what I mean? I can holler at you real quick. He's like, oh yeah, yeah. He's like, yeah. Oh yeah, who was you? I was like, oh no, man, I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm with them, boy. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we just want to make sure everything good. You know what I'm saying? Now I already heard about him coming over there talking to Shorty, so I use that to my advantage. I'm like, oh yeah, because ain't no beef or nothing. It's just I hope that you didn't take her, not wanting to chill with you at disrespect. He was like, nah, I ain't got no problem with her. She good. You know what I'm saying? That's Lieutenant. Nah, she good. But your boy right there, you know what I'm saying? Da, 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 da. So I hear about the whole bottle transaction. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, bro, hey, you know what? I was like, man, you know what? I throw myself in front of the bullet. I said, that's my fault. I went, you know what I'm saying, to chill out. He ain't like that. He ain't like that, bro. He don't understand how this club thing work out. But you know what? Out of personal respects to you and yours, hey man, hold on, you got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 7 of y'all. As you and your security, hey, bro, I got the. I'm gonna bring over 7 bottles of blah 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 blah, and hey, everybody get a bottle, man, on me, bro. You know what I'm saying? In fact, I'm gonna go ahead, take care of that. You know what I'm saying? Right? Hey, we good? Yeah, man, we good, man, we good. All right, peace. Go back over there. Everything else. So now I'm like, y'all ready to go? They like, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, but I'm trying to like peacefully tell them like, I'm not trying to tell them, get up and go. Come on, like we gotta go. We gotta leave now. I'm kind of like, yeah, I mean everything's straight, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all, we can still stay, but yeah, we need to kind of like, pimp off here within the next, whatever. We ain't staying till close. Never. You know what I'm saying? So everything quiets down, everything else. Now he gets even more drama because now the peanut gallery, his security, I'm talking about Lieutenant Security, the peanut gallery, as I call them. Now they talking like, dang, bro, you let them out of town dudes punk you like that? He like, what? How you mean I got punk, man? I'm saying, man, he went and just bought everybody a drink and dismiss you, bro. I mean, they drinking, bro, wouldn't be me, Chief. I mean, you the boss and all, you the man, but boy, fuck that. Look, that's disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Okay, man. So now he got a problem. But I'm there. So we leaving the club. Tenant feels I gotta do something because I just got punked. But the boys, they right. I gotta do something. So this fool decides in his infinite wisdom, he gonna go out the back as we go into the front, peek by the alley, and just bah, 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 bah. We getting into the car. Now the car that they're in, we got Jimmy Choo on that. You know what I'm saying? And if you know anything about Jimmy Choo, which probably 90% of y'all know, Jimmy Choo bulletproof modifies cars to the max. You know what I'm saying? That car damn near like the president mobile. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. But bullets, it pancaked. He did, let off some shots. But the SUV where the security was, the back window got shot out. Nobody got hit, but of course, with all that going down, back to the hotel. Okay. I already know the team is in, but this about to get even more crazy because now you done did something. LT done did something so flabbergasting. I gotta go tell not only my man's what happened, but her people's what happened. And they might not be understanding. We might can get past this, but I gotta do it. I make the phone call immediately. 15 minutes later, her people's get. We all in a three-way. Okay, now we need to talk to the club owner because this happened at your club. Compensation needs to be made, or it's more like, do we got a problem? Is you cool? And so he gets on the phone. He don't know nothing about what just happened with LT. He don't know nothing about it. He like, what? A window? And I'm on the phone. Man, nah. F that. Meet us back at the club. Send your representative, meet us back at the club so we can make sure that, because the club owner, he's not at the club that night. So he really don't know what went wrong. He still got to call people and find out because, he's aloof to all of this. All right, cool. They tell me, hey, you already know that a team 3 card thief, top flight, foo. They're on the way. They're down to their last 3 hours. And it's on. So backup is on the way. But her management, like, shit. I'ma send a plane. Bruh, this dude is like, you know what I'm saying? All respects to him. I'm not gonna mention his name, but he like, what? They shot at my model chick? Oh, hell no. I'm sending a plane. And sure enough, a plane. And on top of that, he got some of the most. He don't got just top flight. He's sending Rumble Tumble Jordy. He's sending Hit. You know what I'm saying? Big Hitter. He's sending Luca Brosny. He about to go with a wave and this whole city. It's about to be chaos. Like, he don't care. He like, for this line of disrespect, he's telling me specifically, if something happens and this don't get resolved, if you get any blowback and they don't talk about any type of compensation, don't even worry about it. I advise everybody on our side to leave, because it's gonna be a wave, and their whole city about to be cadaverous. Okay, I'm like, all right. So club owner dude was actually wise. He made the right phone calls. Hell, he even called to find out, like, okay, who I get who these guys are. You know what I'm saying? Who they managers, the managers are and everything else. But who really is these guys? Like, how the danger level. So he even made some other calls to, you know what I'm saying, to see, people he know, like, what kind of, how deep is this puddle I just stepped in? And they tell him, and he's like, "Ooh, hell no, get LT." They lock him in the club. He ain't allowed to leave. I'm coming down there. He ain't about to leave. I don't care how much liquor he drinks. Get him in. And this is what's so interesting about the Midwest, right? Because it was LT, because I know y'all gonna be a little lost. Like, ain't a shooting just happened? Because it's the Mid. Ain't nobody called the cops. They just was like, oh, LT just keep the party. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know them people anyway. And it wasn't, it's like you heard shots and made everybody duck, but only thing is damaged is the window. So, all right, just had to rewind y'all back to that part. So, me, I gotta put on the best. Oh, shit, here we go. No, I'm about to get paid for this bullshit. So I gotta go back to the club. I get back there. I don't even got no security. It's just me, Dolo, solo by myself. Because all the security is at the hotel. We like, look, this hotel might become, you know what I'm saying, a hostage situation because nobody leaves, nobody get hurt. One false move and yeah, it's in the dirt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because we ain't moving until we know it's okay. So, and for good reason, because when I got to the club, LT was on that. Yeah, they better be lucky they can't get, they still got to get to the airport. They don't know who they, and wait, so club owner, he's trying to tell his dude, like, LT, you know, you cool and all, you kind of like a son to me, but you don't understand. And who's this guy? Now, LT talking to me, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, that homeboy from the thing, you know what I'm saying? You got respect, but now your peoples and everything, then you did that on disrespectful, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, so I just look at the club owner and I say, hey, bro, with all due respect, you know, we don't need to, if this thing ain't about, you know, who can be gangster out gangster. Like, we respect y'all. Hope y'all know that we're respectable people too. We demand respect just as well as y'all, everything else. But I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I look club on his eyes. I said, you really want me to go back and tell these people what this man said? Because we just want to know, is it a problem or what we? So he had to boss up, pull me to the side. We came out with an arrangement, and I left. LT still was talking that cash money stuff. I went back to the hotel, slept like a baby. Next morning, got out of there, no problem. LT was still popping that stuff. And as far as what happened to LT and then what happened in that city, once the plane had dropped down and them three cars got there, and with all that, I don't know what happened. I don't know. But all I do know is LT wasn't the man anymore after that. No, sir. And the club owner, I think he sold his club that week. It was like out of business. Ooh, San Diego. Juice bars. I think that's what I'm doing now in my life. Juice bars. Smart investment. And that was that. So yeah, this is the real story of boy meets girl. And as for the couple, his singing career was yeah, and her modeling career was like yeah, especially when she wasn't trying to, you know, bang this one and that one, and you know, underneath her management advisor, and they was trying to get her to, like, you know, basically like move on to other managements and leave him behind because like his albums ain't doing nothing. Like, it was cute, but like, you know, he's getting older, he ain't hot stuff. You know what I mean? Which, you know, R&B male singers, I mean, unless you like really, really pushed and everything, like they don't artist development and pushing them and budgets and everything else. They don't have those things anymore. So he got kind of like wrangled in right around that time. So, but they did, got their money. I think she became a teacher, and I can't remember what old boy, what the R&B dude. He did something, um, and he just turned his music career into like gig work. Like he was singing at some like weddings and stuff like that. He was background sing on a couple of Homeboys projects or whatever. But other than that, what I'm saying, they got married. They got basically out of the Hollywood life, got married and everything else, got kids and everything, happy and content. And every now and again, when the few times when I do see them together, they always remind me of that night. And they be like, man, you was a lifesaver. And especially him, because he like, bro, what if you wouldn't have woke up? What if we would have stayed? What if, granted, y'all had us, but dang, bro. And like, that's what made him not really want to go up to corporate life. Because then he realized, through all the excitement, yeah, the Rock Nation type security, oh, they left early that day. They left at like 4:00. Like, oh, y'all going to another gig after this? You know what I'm saying? And was out of there. You know what I mean? So this is why, check-ins and all that stuff, y'all sit here and be like, oh man, that's extortion. Nah, listen, there's a whole culture behind it, bro. I'm trying to tell you. So let that be a lesson to you. I'm Casball Marquis. Peace.